It's time for Soji. We've seen him, haven't played as him yet. But what is Soji up to? Last time we saw him, he was walking away from the level that Akiko was in her second objective. He walked away and was on his own. So let's catch up with what he's been up to now at 3 o'clock.
I can't believe you made it. You'd have been dead for sure if I hadn't come along. I know I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, that's it. It was on TV. So, are you gonna turn this into a book? Can I be in it?
If we make it out of here alive.
Why did I even come here? And that stupid fortune teller disappeared. What am I supposed to do now?
Are you looking for something too?
What did you come here for?
I came to find my memories.
By the way, where's your dog?
She's become a memory too. No. No one ever stays by my side.
Well, Soji has met up with Shu. Shu, of course, is on his own since, that little shack fell on Tsukasa. So now these two are together. Soji recognized Shu because Shu is a famous author. So he's like, oh, well, I can't believe we met up here of all places. Can I be in your book? But of course, I have to get off the island before Shu could write a book. Anyway, so we have to escort Shu. I think they introduce, it says here, the hunting trap, which is we'll try it out and see how it goes. And sometimes maybe we just want to store Shu away. Just hide him instead of taking him with us.
Sorry. I need to use your eyes in place of Tsukasa's.
What?
Just look towards me. Good. Just like that.
My eyes? Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Just a little more. A little more and I'll remember everything.
He cannot see very well. He can see by sight-checking the view of others, which, as we saw with the dog. Try keeping our eyes on Shu when guiding him along. Okay, so you remember Miyako from Siren 1. Shu works the same way, where if I'm looking at him, then he knows where he is. If I turn around and walk too far away, Shu doesn't know where he is. I have to look at him. Okay, now he knows. So that's how this works. Before we go out, though, let's see. Let me see something. I want to go back to where we started. I believe we can find something here. No, this is not the mission where I can find something. Must be another time. Alright, this is a new level. We have not been here before. This is the ruins of what appears to be a wartime base. I think it's what this is anyway. We have this area that we're in right now, but then there are a couple of underground levels. So what are we doing right now? Well, it says that we need to find a route to Cape Hidaru. My Shibito sense is going off. Something wrong, Shu? Okay. Alright, let me sightjack around. We can see some Shibito underground. But most importantly, there's one up here. Yeah. There's a sniper on top of this wall. And he can... We're hidden, but just barely. So I'm gonna tell Shu that he should wait right here. See, if he sees us, he will kill us instantly. So we're gonna have to take it carefully here. So when he looks the other way, I'm gonna run. Well, crouch run. Yeah, there he is. See him up there? Now I need to look at Shu. And tell him to come here. Alright. He's gonna wait here. Gonna go back to this. Now I want him to look back to the right before I run out. I think someone in those bunkers over there saw me. Yeah, here he comes. Well, at least he has a better weapon than I do, so we can take that. Acquired? You know, sometimes there's a bug where it doesn't say what the item is. Let's take a look at what we got. Ice axe, a sharp, pointed European mountaineering tool made of iron. A walking stick used by climbers for cutting footholds in ice. It's better than our scantling, anyway. Alright, I'm going to crouch here. I'm going to go back to this. Alright. Tell Shu to come over here. Make sure we look at him. Make sure we're looking right at him. Alright, we did it. An oil drum here. We can inspect it. It's an oil drum, contains some kind of liquid. Maybe we want to move it around? We could. Yeah.
I think we can make it.
So why did we move it here? Well, if we look up there, there's a ledge. Let's look at the map. The exit is right up there. If we could get up there, we could leave the level. But it's too high to get up. We moved this oil drum here, but... I can't climb on it without a lid! We have to find a lid for it. Alright, for right now, let's find some place that we can store Shu. So we can go off on our own. I'm going to tell Shu to hide here. No, actually not wait, but hide. Alright, great. He's just going to hide right here. There's some power controls here. The building that we're in, let's see, we're in the power control station, and this place controls the power for the underground, which we're gonna have to go into. For right now, let's sightjack around. Let's see if we can find an oil drum lid, which is what we need to find to advance, so... Anyone around looking at an oil drum lid? Can we find an oil drum lid? Someone looking at an oil drum somewhere. Someone's using a trowel to seal up a door. Well, we can look on the map to see if we can identify where that is. It's going to be underground. Here we go. Weapon storage 1, 2, and 3. So we saw these 3 little rooms down there. And he's sealing up number 2 for some reason. But we could continue watching him and see what he sees down there. You might wonder, why can't we just turn the oil drum upside down and stand on it? You might wonder that. Well, nothing in that room. Oh, there it is. There's that lid. That Shibito is very happy about having that lid. We're going to have to make him sad by stealing his lid. Hold on, let's, there's a light switch over here. I guess that probably just makes it harder to see that Shu is hiding there. I don't know if it actually does anything. Oh, you might also wonder, why not just leave Shu at the beginning of the level in that tunnel? Like, he could hide there, right? The answer is that if you do that, eventually a Shibito will walk down that tunnel and kill Shu. So I don't think you can just leave him there. You do have to take him all the way to the power station and hide him there, because no Shibito ever goes down there. So down here, we turn the power on, so these light bulbs are working. We also have a flashlight that we could use, but if the power was off, then it would be very dark, aside from our flashlight. But if it was dark, the Shibito would have a harder time seeing us, so, I mean, that is one advantage. And here's this guy with the trowel. Alright, so there was nothing in this one. This one he's sealing up for some reason. A torn wall. Might be able to break through with a tool, but we don't have any tools on us that are capable of breaking through a wall, so nothing we can do with that. Down here in the third one, or rather the first one, I guess. Here we go. We acquired something. The old oil drum lid found in weapon storage will fit on an open drum. It's strong enough for a person to stand on it. Okay. So we could just go back. However, I do think that one of the Shibitos has now changed position. Let's see if I can find who I'm thinking about. Not... Is it him? Okay, yeah. The gunman is now moving position. That sniper is no longer on the wall. He dropped down and is now entering the underground corridors. So, if I were to try to walk back the way I came, this guy would shoot me. He's just going to stand there. He's going to wait for me to come back. So we have to find another way out. Let's take a look at this map. This is a dead end. That corridor is broken, but I might find something down there. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah. Acquired. And because I acquired, that means that I did something for Mission 2 later on. I got Storeroom Key, a key acquired in the underground passage. It can be used to open a door to a storeroom in the Yamajima Gold Dredge. What is it doing here? I don't know. We are not in the Gold Dredge. We're somewhere else entirely. But we found this key, which means we'll be able to use it later on. Okay, let's see. Where can we go? Let's try making a left. Nope, this has been packed with sand. Can't get past that. Alright, we found our way outside into a part of the ruins that's just crumbling. It's just all in pieces. Right now, we're in the Barbet Remains South. The power station is up there. But the important part is that we made it outside. Oh, hey, there's the ominous tower. We haven't been there yet. It really hasn't been addressed yet. But yeah, there's that ominous tower in the background. Okay, now I'm on top of the wall that the sniper was on before. I think there's a... Yeah, there's Shibito right there. Well, I don't think I knocked him down, but I fell over. Okay. Alright, I got our lid. Let's put on the lid. There we go. A secure, firm lid. Exactly what we need to stand on. Let's go get Shu. Oh, I'm going to turn around. We don't need to pull up Shu. He can do it himself, it's just that we do have to look at him. Nope, Shu, it's fine. You don't need to yell in terror. Mission accomplished. Let's see. Did we get any archive items? Well, we're not going to a cutscene, it looks like. We got 2 archive items. Let's have a look. 1, there's Afternoon Prince, because we had a conversation with Shu Mikami. Oh. The Lunch Hour Show, The Afternoon Prince. Romance novels are big. They sure are. Let's watch the video data.
No matter where or when, romance novels continue to capture the hearts of maidens who forever dream of meeting their own Prince Charming. For these ladies, a new love story is always a welcome read. And what exactly is the romance novel of their choice? Mermaid's Tear by Shu Mikami. Today, we're going to take a close look at the wonderful world of Shu Mikami, the modern missionary of romance. Let's see what the people on the streets have to say about Shu.
Hiya, Suzuka here. Hello. Do you recognize the gentleman in this picture?
Shu Mikami? Of course! I've got all his books!
Well, Shu is in the studio right now. Anything to say to him?
I loved Marvin's Tear. I couldn't stop crying. Shu, I've been your fan forever. I really love you, Shu!
Wow, it looks like the novel's not the only thing that's popular out here. Huh? Back to the studio.
Man, all the ladies love Shu. So the reason that our characters were able to get to come to the island all together is because Shu, since he's a celebrity, was able to charter a boat to Yamajima. Otherwise, you know, the captain would not have actually wanted to come here But, I mean, Shu Mikami is saying he wants to come here, so what are you going to do? Say no to Shu? You can't say no to Shu. We also got the Gamma magazine, because we had a conversation with Shu Mikami. The Gamma magazine, August issue, published July 1st, 2005. Special issue featuring Shu Mikami's Mermaid's Tear. Let's get more info. An exclusive interview with Shu Mikami, 7 keys to understanding Mermaid's Tear. Shu Mikami, best-selling author of Mermaid's Tear, reveals his past as he talks about the secrets of his latest novel and the message written between the lines. My father was an archaeologist who was smitten by the island. He decided to live there with my mother, who was carrying me in her womb at the time. After I was born, my mother passed away at sea. In that sense, Mermaid's Tear is almost autobiographical. I don't recall much about the incident. I was told that I didn't speak a word at the time I was found. Up to that point, I saw normally, just like everyone else. I think there was a lot that I lost as a result of that event. Shu Mikami's official site, www.shu-mikami.com. Yes, when Shu was a child, he was able to see, and apparently Shu attributes his loss of his vision to whatever happened on the island. I also like the glamour shots of Shu here, posing, pushing his glasses up his nose. And yes, there is a website mentioned here. The famous author has an official site, so we can check that out and see what all the girls are saying about Shu. However, that site... Let me just save the game first. That site is no longer up, but once again, we can use the Wayback Machine to find it, so give me a second as I get that ready. Here is Shu Mikami's official website, pulled up by the Wayback Machine. Here he is with a fantastic photo. We're on the top page. Let's have a look at the profile. Text is pretty small. Born in the Shikai region on July 7th, 1972. His mother passed away when Shu was just 1 year old. His father passed away when he was 4. Henceforth, he was raised by his foster parents in Tokyo. 1991, commenced writing upon entering university, completing several unpublished works on a periodic basis. 2002, catches public attention with Ocean's Edge, his first published work in a popular literary magazine. 2003, Ocean's Edge is awarded the 444th Pulitzer Award. Yes, we read about that previously in an archive item. The prestigious Pulitzer Award. In 2005, Shu releases his tour de force, Mermaid's Tear, a 2-book love story that is said to be an almost autobiographical account of the author. Bringing together Shu's signature elements including a mysterious girl, the holy and the common, death and rebirth, the novel is steeped in symbolism, accented by an underlying current of loneliness. Currently, Shu resides in Tokyo with his beloved dog, Tsukasa. Aww. Let's have a look at work. Novels. Mermaid's Tear, Volume 1 and 2, published by Tangensha. A maiden song echoes in my ears, a distant memory of a childhood once spent in light until the day I lost the use of my eyes. Despite my darkness, I depart on a journey in search of a long-forgotten past. The song seems to guide me, leading me to a seashore where folklore has it that a mermaid appears. It is here that I meet a mysterious girl who could recall nothing about herself. Mermaid's Tear is a tale of love that unfolds with the intermingling of past with present, dream with reality, and death with rebirth. It's a tender, fleeting glimpse into the heart, depicting the miracle of love. Well, that sounds a little similar to our current situation. He mentions a girl who can recall nothing about herself. I mean, I guess Yuri would be the closest to that, but Shu never met up with Yuri. Ocean's Edge. The sea has long been a world bordered between mortal and immortal. S, a youth battered by hopeless reality, throws himself to the sea. He is saved by a young girl. Despite S's reluctance to talk about his past, the girl unselfishly showers him with love. A strange life begins anew for the couple in a lonely fishing village closed off from the outside world. For S, who had given up his very existence, the newfound life was almost utopian in nature. However, I guess the sentence just ends with however. Shu Mikami's first novel is contemporary literature at its very best. Media coverage, guest appearance on Afternoon Prince, we saw that. Extensive interview called The Shu Mikami Special, published in the August issue of Dagama magazine. Shu's essay, A Plague Called Fantasy, featured in the July issue of Bungei Tengen. Interview with Shu appears in the June 7th evening edition of the National Times newspaper. Let's see. There's also Message. Message 2. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, my fans, for your continuing and loving support. As an author, I actually feel that Mermaid's Tear was an epoch-making work. So humble. Despite my physical exhaustion since the completion of this novel, I've had what I can only describe as a strange and conflicting spiritual elation. It's only recently that I seem to discover the person that I was prior to the undertaking of this novel. For the past 3 years in which I wrote this novel, I've been unbearably tormented by a past that I long for. I've decided to abandon myself to this impulse. As of today, I'm leaving on a journey. Tsukasa will be accompanying me. It will be our first trip together away from home. Hopefully, we'll see each other once again. Shu Mikami, July 31st, 2005. So, it seems that as Shu was writing the book, he became aware of a forgotten past and needs to fill in the blanks. What happened in his past? Well, we know that his father was killed and that Shu was born on Yamajima Island. But what are the details? What has Shu forgotten? That's what he's here to find out. This is message 2. There's also message 1. It's July 7th, Star Festival Day, not to mention my birthday as well. I am happy that I can greet you all like this on a day like today. It's been 3 years since my first novel, Ocean's Edge. I am pleased to announce that I'm releasing Mermaid's Tear through my publisher, Tenkensha. As previously mentioned, this novel is a near autobiographical work. I should add that given my limited memory of events, much of what happened remains shrouded in mystery. Though much is ambiguous at best, I've strived to put into words what I remember of that place, and the mysterious girl that continues to haunt my heart. Such is the nature of Mermaid's Tear. It's a secret treasure box that I thought would remain buried in my mind. And now with Mermaid's Tear, the box is open for your pursuit. I'm curious as to your perception and the role that you, the reader, will adopt as you recount the event. May the stars guide you on this festive day. Shu Mikami, July 7th, 2005. Only 2 messages for his fans on this entire site. Doesn't communicate much, I guess. Let's see. We also have the BBS. And this starts at the bottom, so I'm going to scroll past all this and start here. Site manager says, I am pleased to announce the opening of this site. Please note that any post deemed suitable will be deleted at the management's discretion. Softy posts, Hi, my name's Softy. I saw Shu's guest appearance on today's Afternoon Prince show. After reading Mermaid's Tear, I couldn't help but become a fan. Keep up the good work. Lonely Reader says, Good evening. First of all, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the person responsible for putting up this site. Ocean's Edge and Mermaid's Tear changed my lackluster life. I consider myself fortunate to be living in an age where these masterpieces are born. High praise. A fan suggestion by Matsuoko. I saw you on that Sunday afternoon television show, Shu. You shouldn't be wasting your time on a cheap program like that. After all, you're not some hack for the media circus. I sincerely believe that you're a vital force in breathing new life into modern literature. Please take this as a suggestion from a concerned and devoted fan. Yeah, Shu's better than this. Shu appearing on afternoon prints? It's beneath him. Site manager, the content of this post was deemed inappropriate and has therefore been deleted. What could this possibly have said? Cherry Blossom is deeply moved. I just finished reading Mermaid's Tear. What a heart-wrenching story. Shu, you're a genius. I'm looking forward to crying while reading your next novel, so keep them coming. Seaside Youth says, Shu, when I read your books, I get an image of a young girl watching the sea as her hair dances in the breeze. I read somewhere that you spent your childhood by the seashore. Does this have something to do with that? Maybe. Mermaid Princess says, take care. I see you're going to be away for a while, Shu. I believe traveling is a great chance to get away for some serious introspection. I'm sure your trip will be a great inspiration for your next novel. Take care. I mean, if there was going to be a next novel, a thriller about zombies sounds very different than the romance novels that Shu had been writing. Personal Trip by Seaside Youth. Where are you, Shu? Are you hoping to find your roots on this trip? Well, this was posted August 1st. So, where is Shu? We know where Shu is. Nowhere good. The public should not be exploited by sentimental drivel disguised as literature, says Rare Critic. Softy says, post number 10 should be deleted. How rude. Coming here to shumikami.com. Posting this. Get out of here. Puppeteer says, missing? Hello, everyone. Is it true that Shu Mikami's vanished? I heard he's officially reported as missing. Mermaid Princess responds, missing? I thought he was on a trip. This is August 8th, so this is after where we're at in the game. Dear Shu by Cherry Blossom. Where are you, Shu? I can't live in a world without you. Hurry back, smiley face. Site manager has deleted this post. Also this one. This is to notify you that this site will be temporarily closed. Lonely Reader. So this is, October 31st? So this is a while after. Is everything back to normal? I thought this site was closed down. There's been a lot of rumors, but I believe Shu is safe and sound. Recharge by S. Mermaid's Tear left me petrified. What a moving story. I followed that with Ocean's Edge and found myself painfully identifying with S. Shu, I know you're not missing. You're just taking a long vacation to recharge your creative batteries, right? Site Problems by Puppeteer. Finally, the site's back. It's a relief to finally be able to leave a message. Given the recent errors, maybe the site manager should consider other options. Am I the only one that the site manager should provide us with some clear info regarding Shu? Praying Every Day by Softy. It's been 3 months since we've lost touch with you, Shu. I visit this site every day, praying for your safe return. I was happy to find the site was back up, but recent errors make it almost impossible to leave a message. Is there any chance that the site manager might have some news? Cherry Blossom says, Dear Shu, I find comfort in knowing that you're gazing up at the same sky as me, Shu. But Tsukasa's standing next to you too. Well, let's not make any assumptions, Cherry Blossom. Famed Author Missing by Conspiracy Hunter. I believe the manager of this site is aware that Shu is missing and is hiding the fact. A publisher friend of mine informed me that Shu's announced trip is actually a cover-up. They're all in on it. Rare Critic says text error. Shouldn't open for your pursuit, see previous message, read as open for your perusal? That's a very embarrassing error, given the fact that this message represents the words of a famed author. Site manager says, Thank you for pointing out the error. I should have carefully double-checked Mr. Mikami's dictated text. I will make the correction at the earliest opportunity. Once again, thank you. Softy says, don't go away. Do you have any news about Shu? Have you managed to correct the recent errors on this site? Will this text even be posted? Urban Folklore Society by Conspiracy Hunter. Sorry for the late response. Further details on this can be found on a site called Urban Folklore Society. Curious. I checked the site. Is this where I can find some information regarding the missing writer? And Visitor says, is anyone sure whether the missing writer is actually Shu Mikami? So, we visited Urban Folklore Society in an earlier video, and it did mention a missing writer. The missing writer was Mamoru, who writes for the magazine, and it also mentioned that there was an author that was also went missing, which of course was Shu. Site manager says closing down. Please be informed that this site will be closed down as of the aforementioned date. So this is February the 9th, 2006, which is when the site went down. This site is closed. New entries cannot be accepted. You know it's serious because they're scrolling it. Got that scrolling text going on. How do you contact Shu? There we go. All requests and opinions are forwarded to Shu Mikami. Apologies, this feature is currently unavailable. Nope. Cannot click on it. We cannot contact Shu. So, that was the end of it. They don't know where Shu is. And like I said, considering that the game we're playing takes place at the beginning of August in 2005, well, that might not be promising as far as what might happen to Shu. But that is Shu Mikami's website. The famous author who made an epoch-making work in Mermaid's Tear and decided to go off on a trip with Tsukasa to find himself, and according to this website anyway, no one saw him again. Well, that is it for this part of Siren. We'll continue on and see if we can uncover the mystery of what might have happened to Shu.